gripped up. Nigga, you got to move around. So these niggas had a parasitic, toxic relationship. And I'm finna tell y'all how the nigga lied in a minute. And I'm finna play the clip. Matter of fact, let me get the clip ready so that y'all see I'm on deck. I'm ready to blaze this nigga, and I'm ready to go in on this nigga, okay? Like I said, this ain't for clout. This ain't 6ix9ine is nobody in my lane to be clout chasing. That nigga couldn't fuck with me in my lane if it was 20 of them. But with that being said, it's about being real, dog. Now, here's the thing. 6ix9ine is telling this story as if he's a victim. But what's really fucking me up is I see a lot of y'all niggas agreeing with this nigga. I see a lot of y'all niggas agreeing with this nigga. See, it's not about snitching. See, y'all too caught up on what he did, and y'all not looking at why he did it. 6ix9ine did not snitch because niggas did him dirty. If y'all fall for that, that's on y'all. That means y'all weak and y'all don't really know how to pay attention. 6ix9ine is trying to gain sympathy from whatchamacallit. What's up with my boy Jeffrey? Jeff, what's up? Listen, Jeff, I gotta make sure you tap in with me after this because we gotta get something going. But with that being said, 6ix9ine didn't snitch because niggas did him dirty. 6ix9ine snitched because he used the FBI as payback to some niggas that he was too pussy to put some work in on. See, the nigga talking about, why would I be loyal to people that was fucking my girl? Why would I be loyal to people that was stealing from me? You knew they were doing that the whole time. You knew it, nigga. This is why I'm about to get mad. Y'all acting, see, listen, let me tell y'all something. Y'all in DJ Academics, I'm ashamed of you, nigga. I'm about ready to really come across your face, DJ Academics, because you promoting this nigga and you dick riding this nigga like this nigga not a greasy ass bitch. And I don't want to hear none of that tough gummo talk, because I really snatch them bitches off your neck, 6ix9ine. So don't try none of that with me, because I'm in New York like you, nigga, and we can link up. And so that, and I'm not talking no gun talk. I'm not talking no knife talk. I'm talking hand-to-hand combat. I got everything off you hand-to-hand by myself. So don't try that with me. But here's my thing. Everything 6ix9ine said they did as a reason for him to snitch, he knew they were doing the entire time. Why are y'all acting like this was not a parasite relationship? So let me just lay this shit out for y'all. The Treyway niggas was using 6ix9ine for money and fame. Yes, 6ix9ine was using the Treyway niggas for street cred that he didn't really have and clout. Any and everybody with eyes seen that the whole time. I said this shit damn near a year ago. And so here's the thing. These niggas knew 6ix9ine was pussy. And I'm going to show you where he lied. Because in his live, if you listen to it real quick, he tried to skip over it and say, oh, I told them I'm not about that street life, but I can help y'all out. No, you never said that, bro. You're lying. You told us you was about that life. Huh? And I'm going to tell you why I'm speaking on it. Nigga, you started beef with Chicago. I go to Chicago and I'm from New York. You started beef with LA. I go to LA and I'm from New York. I get love in Chicago and in LA. Now, why is this important? Nigga, I was going to these cities when you was making it hot for niggas from New York to go to these cities, and you not a real nigga. So here's the thing. Y'all acting like 6ix9ine was a rapper and he was innocently, nonchalantly fucking with some niggas that was gangbanging, and them niggas was doing him dirty behind his back and he didn't know. And then he went to jail and he found out that they was planning to kill him and all of this shit. And he never knew. And then he told. And I'm not saying even then it's right to tell. But what I'm saying is that's not the case that this nigga's trying to make. 6ix9ine not only knew everything, he started it. Stop acting like What's the nigga name? Daniel. Listen to me, Daniel. Stop acting like you's an innocent nigga in all of this. And these niggas told, and you told on some niggas for some shit you had nothing to do with. And you found out they was doing you dirty. Nigga, everything you told on damn near, you started. You put money on niggas' heads. They aired it out for you. And then you told on your own shooter. And then you gonna say, oh, well, I snitched because they was fucking my baby mom. You knew they was fucking your baby mom the whole time. You wasn't crying about them fucking your baby mom when you was out and they was fucking your baby mom. Now you hurt because a nigga fucking your baby mom, but jail was on the line. This is what I can't respect. And I'm gonna tell you something, right? Matter of fact, let me play the clip before I go in. Because y'all think I'm going in. I ain't even got started yet. Let me play the clip. Because I'm telling you, I'm about to go in on this nigga, bro. I'm about to go in on this nigga. And y'all really sitting here agreeing with this nigga, dog. Y'all really sitting here agreeing. Thank you. Houston, Jay Prince. Nigga, I go to Houston. Nigga, you was trolling everybody, bro. You, all of the shit you told on these niggas about. You started it. That's what's pissing me off. This nigga acting like he was just in the car and they got pulled over and he didn't know these niggas had bricks on them and they went to jail. And then come to find out these niggas was planning on killing him and some shit went left and he never knew all of this stuff. Nigga, you knew all of this shit. You just a bitch. And instead of putting this on work and instead of gangbanging like you claim you was doing, you used the FBI to get revenge on these niggas because you knew you couldn't get street justice because you're not built like that. And so you put all of these niggas in the positions that they're in. And then you told on all of these niggas for the positions you put them in. You put the money on these niggas. You sent the shooters. And then you gonna tell on the shooter? And then you gonna get on the internet and say, oh, what loyalty I'm supposed to have? Have loyalty for the shit you did. Now, I'm not saying it's okay to snitch. But nigga, if you gonna snitch on the shit you didn't have nothing to do with. How you gonna snitch on the shit that you had everything to do with? That's crazy. That's crazy. And y'all in the comments talking about, oh, we feel you though. What? Man, it's a scary time we living in, dog. It's a scary time we're living in. But let me play this real quick. Here we go. Now I want y'all to listen close. Listen to everything the nigga saying. Just listen. Here we go. Listen.
Right? If there is a street code and there's something so-called as loyalty and everything and no snitching and all of that, I get it, right? But where was the loyalty when you was sleeping with my baby mother? Where was the loyalty when you was caught on the wiretap trying to kill me? Where was the loyalty when you tried to kidnap my mother? Where was the loyalty?
Now here's the thing.
Millions of dollars from? Where was that? So
now here's the thing. He want us to look at this and say, oh, they was doing him dirty. He talking about where's the loyalty? Where's the gangster? Where's the gangster when they was fucking your baby mama? Huh? Why some shots ain't ring out? Where's the gangster when if a nigga try to kidnap my mama, somebody gonna die. And I promise you that. Somebody try to kidnap my mama, somebody gonna die. Facts. Nigga, I ain't telling on nobody. Somebody gonna be telling on me. And so my thing is, with this nigga sitting here trying to get sympathy for some shit he knew the entire time. You knew they was fucking your baby mom. Let me be honest. And I don't want y'all to think I'm just coming at his baby mom. Your baby mom is a slut. That's how you met her. Because you had money and she was one of them type of girls that's attracted to materialistic things. And the same way that you fucked your baby mom is the same way everybody else fucked your baby mom. Because she's a materialistic type of female. And as long as you look like you got a little bit of money, you can bust her down. So my thing is, nigga, how you gonna get in jail and say you snitched because of some shit that you already knew even when you was free? So if that's the case, if niggas was fucking your baby mom and it was hurting you that bad, why you ain't bust one of them niggas? If niggas tried to kidnap your mama, why you didn't bust one of them niggas? Niggas tried to kidnap you, and why you didn't bust one of them niggas? So you use the FBI as a medium to get revenge on these niggas because you knew you wasn't that nigga that was gonna put in some work. And now you gonna come out of jail and they get on Instagram and give us this bullshit ass excuse about why you did some hoe ass shit like it's valid. That's not a valid excuse. You put these niggas in a position to commit the crimes that they committed. And then you told on these niggas for putting them in that position. You damn near did it on purpose. I can't say you did because I wasn't there. But you damn near did it on purpose, my nigga. Come on, man. That's like me putting 30,000 on a nigga head. And then niggas go try to air the nigga out and then go to jail. And I tell on the nigga that I sent to do the shooting. And then I come on the internet and say, well, what loyalty was I supposed to have? He was fucking my girl. I knew that the whole time. So if him fucking my girl didn't stop me from commissioning him to commit a crime, apparently him fucking my girl didn't mean that much to me, dog. Come on, man. Come on, dog. You started everything, bro. And then you told on niggas that shouldn't have been fucking with you anyway. Come on, man. Cut it out. Cut it out. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Listen to this.
Who broke it first? All right, I get it. Don't fight fire with fire. I'm sorry. But what did I do wrong? Be loyal to niggas that's fucking my baby moms? Be loyal to niggas that kidnap me? Beat the shit out of me?
What? Be loyal to niggas that did all of the shit that I rap about? Oh, what did I do wrong? Oh, I snitched on niggas that did everything I rap about? That's all 6ix9ine do is talk about fucking somebody bitch. That's all he do. Excuse my language, but I got to be raw. That's all the nigga do is talk about fucking somebody girl. Tell me I'm lying. That's all he do. We fucked your bitch. Nah, stupid. That's all he do. So apparently, fucking niggas bitches is not something that's detrimental to you, cause nigga, you say you do it. So should somebody snitch on you because you fucking niggas females? That happens, bro. That's a part of the game. That's what come with the game, bro. That's what happens. It happens to the best of us. It happens. You can go get any real nigga and ask him, nigga, when you was 16, 17, 18, what happened with your high school sweetheart? She cheated, most likely. Nigga, everybody girl cheat. Nigga, we're growing. We're young. We were young. So I'm not understanding that. But let's keep it moving. Let's keep moving. Because after this video, I'm telling y'all, I'm a fillet the nigga.
Video and everything? I'm supposed to be loyal to that? No, you know what? You know what it is? Y'all don't want to accept the fact that those is all true facts.
No, that's not what the problem is.
Y'all don't want to accept. Y'all understand why I snitch. Y'all understand. Y'all don't want to understand.
Nah, nigga, we don't understand. I don't understand how you ordered a hit on somebody and then told on your shooter. And then you use the shit that niggas been doing to you the whole time because you know you a fucking lame as an excuse for why you told. Because if they would have never got wrapped up, guess what? Niggas would have still been fucking your girl. And you still would have been surrounded by niggas that only fuck with you because you're feeding the wolves. So what 6ix9ine was doing in the streets, they call it feeding the wolves. You feed the wolves so they don't eat you. And that's what happened. Nigga, you was growing your brand off of street credibility that you never earned. Because that is what most rappers do. Most rappers pay real gang members for protection and to be their entourage because it boosts their brand. Rappers do it all the time. So here's my thing. Future said out his mouth, he don't really sip lean. The nigga said it. I like Future. I'm not knocking the nigga music, but the nigga said he don't sip lean. So if Future go to jail and he snitch on somebody, is we gonna say, yeah, Future, it's okay that you snitched because you don't really sip that lean you be rapping about? Then stop rapping about it. Stop, nigga. You portrayed this image. You put yourself in this position. And then you told on everybody for shit that You started the beef. You put the money on niggas' heads. You had niggas shooting. You was living a life and you fell in love with the lifestyle because you never had that power before. And then when the opposition of that power come, which is them people, you folded because you was never supposed to be in that position anyway. And then you trying to use the facts of y'all parasite relationship with each other as an excuse of why you folded. Nigga, what do you mean? Yes, they was treating you like a lame. Because you're a fucking lame. Yes, you was feeding the wolves. Because they was boosting your brand. But you sent the wolves on a mission and then told on the wolves. That's the problem we got. 6ix9ine, we all know you was pussy. It's not a surprise that you told. It's the way you did it. And now you making excuses, my nigga. Now you're making excuses, my nigga. Boss up for your shit. Boss up for your shit, my nigga. So if you was gonna snitch on shit that niggas on shit that didn't have nothing to do with you, cool. Whatever. That's your prerogative. But why did you tell on this shit that you actually did? Why you didn't hold your shit down? That's what we got a problem with. So cool. If these niggas was hustling and busting niggas behind the scenes and you didn't know and you felt like, oh, I'm not about to go to jail for nobody. All right, nigga, that's how you feel. Cool. You told on that. You didn't have nothing to do with that. Whatever. What about this shit that you had shit to do with, dog? What about this shit that you had shit to do with? Why did you tell on that? Why did you tell on that? Let me get through this video so I can pull my receipts up and go off. Watch this.
It's not that y'all don't understand. Y'all don't want to understand. Y'all don't want to understand that. Damn, this kid really was. He moved their families out of poverty.
Now we trying to act like he was this good nigga. Oh, he moved their families out of poverty. Nigga, you was in poverty too. Don't act like you was already rich from day one. We all watched you blow up, trolling. Nigga, well, the first thing we ever heard about you was that you caught a case for fucking with some underage girl. And I'm not saying you did it. I'm just saying that's what we heard about you. And when we seen you at first, during that time, you wasn't rich. So stop talking to us like you just met these niggas and you was already popping. These niggas got you popping with the street credibility that they gave to you that you did not really have. That's what happened. Y'all used each other. You used these niggas for branding purposes, and they used you for money and fame, my nigga. And you put these niggas in a horrible position because you became drunk with power. You became drunk with power, bro. Let's just be honest. Nigga, there's not a lot of people in the world that can pick up the phone and get a nigga head blew off. You became drunk with power. And then you told on everybody around you for the shit that you put them in. Nigga, you didn't have to troll. All you had to do was rap. 6ix9ine, you had one job. Make hits. All you had to do was rap. You didn't have to start beef with Chicago. You didn't have to start beef with the West Coast. All you had to do was rap and feed the wolves. But you took it an extra step further. And you tried to really live that life that you was not about. And then the niggas that was around you was really about that life. And then you told on all of them niggas for a situation you put them in. Come on, dog. Let's be real. Let's keep this shit 100. And then niggas talk about they feel the nigga. You feel the nigga? What do you feel? That he put 30... Come on, man. Let me keep it moving. Like I said, they let the nigga out because he's not black. If it was me, I would still be in jail. If it was me and I was putting 30,000 on niggas and I was getting niggas shot at when they come to New York, I wouldn't give a fuck how much snitching I did. I would still be in jail. Period. They let the nigga out for two reasons. For one, he's not black. And for two, they're going to use this nigga to distract us from the fact we caught on to Bill Gates and all of the corrupt bullshit within the government. See that? We've been going hard on corruption in the government for a month straight. We all locked in. We know who's who. And then a nigga like him come out and just distract every motherfucking body. So one of the main reasons I'm doing this is to let y'all know, don't get distracted, dog. Let that nigga do what he do. Let that nigga live the clown life he want to live. Let's stay on point. Let's keep fighting the deep state, and let's keep draining the swamp. Fuck this nigga. But let me let the video continue. Let's go.
He paid for schools for all of the members, whatever. But he snitched on them. Why? Were they loyal to me?
Yes.
When I met,
the nigga keep saying, was they loyal to you? They were gonna kill somebody for you. How much more loyalty do you need? How many people right now? Fuck this. Let me bring this down. How many people do you know would kill somebody for you? They would risk 25 to life for you. What do you mean? Were they loyal? They were trying to kill for you, nigga. Yes, they were loyal. They might not have been the smartest niggas. They might not have been the most righteous niggas. They might not have been the most intelligent niggas, but they kept you safe. You went to Chicago because they kept you safe. You went to LA because they kept you safe, my nigga. And then they flipped on your ass in the end because a parasite relationship does not last. It does not last. Y'all relationship was not founded upon truth and love. Y'all relationship was founded upon a parasitic nature. They wanted money and fame, and you wanted street cred. You got what you wanted, and then you used the FBI to get rid of them niggas. And now you sitting here trying to look at us and tell us why we don't feel you for snitching. Nigga, we not dumb. You use these niggas. You used a bunch of, and I gotta say it, no disrespect to my street niggas, you used a bunch of dumbass niggas to build your brand. And you sent these niggas on all kind of dummy missions because you knew they were financially deprived. And then once they did all of the shit that you told them to do, you got rid of these niggas via the FBI. That's what happened. Say that. But don't get on the internet talking about, oh, they wasn't loyal to me. None of y'all was loyal to you. Wasn't loyal to them. None of y'all was loyal to each other. The whole relationship was fuckery from day one. You should have never been fucking with them. They should have never been fucking with you. But don't get on here, my nigga, and try to get sympathy for some shit you did, bro. Own up to the shit you did. You knew what you was doing. You was acting like you was that nigga, and you not that nigga. And when you got put in that position, who you really were came out. Huh? And then you want to sit here and talk to us like, I never said I was about that life. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Your whole brand is built off you acting like you about that life. What are you talking about, bro? Don't lie. Don't get on Instagram and lie. Don't get on there and lie. Because if them niggas would have never went to the feds, and them niggas would have never turned on you, because, and I'm going to tell y'all why they turned on 6ix9ine. It's two reasons why they turned on 6ix9ine. For one, yes, I believe there was a little bit of envy and jealousy to some degree. But for the most part, if you a real nigga and you really out here busting your gun and you really out here gang banging, and I'm not saying that that's cool, but I'm saying, if you really out here gang banging for real, it's no way deep down in your heart you're going to respect a nigga that you know is fraudulent. It's not going to happen, dog. It's not going to happen. So, of course, they turned on this nigga. Because how you going to have the warriors being led by the coward? Nigga, if we got an army and I got 50 cutthroat killer samurais and I'm a pussy, how long do you think they going to listen to me as the emperor? Before one of them say, nigga, I'm taking over the land. You ain't the emperor, nigga. You a bitch. How long? So it was inevitable. It was inevitable. 6ix9ine wanted clout. They wanted money and fame. Once they both got what they wanted from each other, the respect started to diminish because it was never really there in the first place. So let's just be real. But let me get through this so I could flame this nigga and end this. Cause I got more important live streams to do. We back on the deep state.
Son, he was sleeping on the rug. I'll give him money. Yo, look, listen, I'm a rainbow Mexican hair kid. I rap. I'm not about that gang shit, but listen, I know how to get us out.
Right there. I'm not about that gang shit, but I know how to get us out. Now watch this. Watch this. Let me show y'all something. Listen.
Rainbow Mexican hair kid. I rap. I'm not about that gang shit, but listen, I know how to get us out.
That's not what you said, bro. When we first seen you, my nigga, that's not what you said. Now, let me play this video right here. 6ix9ine says, fuck Chief Keef, Lil Reese, and Tato from 2018. Now, listen, watch these niggas' faces when 6ix9ine say this. And the reason I say that is because they didn't even know he was going to say that. You can see their faces. They didn't know that he was finna start beef with Chicago. They didn't know that. Watch their faces when the niggas say fuck Chicago. Right? Cause if you're not about that gang shit, why you starting gang beef? Watch this.
Nobody give a fuck about what y'all niggas did 3 years ago.
Hear that? Nobody give a fuck about what y'all niggas did 3 years ago.
I think y'all niggas understand what I was talking about in my last video. What y'all did 4 years ago, 3 years ago, and living y'all rap, y'all don't do.
Hear that? Y'all don't do. So he's acting like he really about that life. Huh? So where is this coming from? Oh, I'm not about that gang shit. Where is this coming from? Hold on.
Mexican hair kid, I rap. I'm not about that gang shit, but listen, I know how to get us out.
You never said that, nigga, or you would not have the fan base that you have. If you ever, nigga, you never came out and said, listen, y'all, I'm not about this gang shit, I just rap. You never said that, bro. You built your whole brand off of acting like you the king of New York. And you put it in like that. And watch this. Listen.
I know that personally. But y'all gonna give me 48 hours? Yo, wait 2 months. Yo, this thing gonna die? Where?
Now watch him. Now look at, I believe bro right here name is Shotty. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know all these niggas' names. I don't. So I might call them by their shirt. But look at bro right here in the white shirt, right? Look at bro in the black shirt. Look at Shorty on her phone. They are not even, they don't believe this nigga. I know niggas that, let me give y'all an example, right? Let me give you an example. I'm going to show you a nigga, okay? I'm going to show, this an old ass DVD. But I'm going to show you a nigga who niggas believe the shit he talking about. Watch this. I'm going to keep it in New York. This is a nigga that his niggas believe what he's talking about. Now watch this.
You do some bad company game, man. Y'all niggas know what it is, man.
You see them niggas in the back?
It's the first time and only one. You know what
them niggas on deck.
Showing y'all niggas what we do and shit like that.
You see that?
Talking about old television and shit. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck niggas?
You see this?
You feel me? There's some more shit.
Now, when your niggas feel you, that's how they move. Huh? When you get on the camera and you talking that GoPro shit and you for real, this is how your niggas get behind you. Cause they know you for real, dog. This nigga right here, they know this nigga not for real. Anybody in they mama can see that. Look how he's looking at 6ix9ine like, oh, here, oh shit. Here we go again. Now, whatchamacallit? Keeping it moving. Watch this.
Where am I done? Fuck Chief Keef. Fuck Lil Reese. Fuck all of
Look how bruh turned around when he said it. And Shorty got up to get out the camera. Let me run it back. Watch this. Let me run it back. Look, soon as he started saying fuck niggas from Chicago, bruh turned around and Shorty got up and spent off. Watch this.
Where am I done? Fuck Chief Keef. Fuck Lil Reese.
Soon as he said, look, Shorty, she gone. Bruh laughing, he laughing, and Shotty looking like, oh shit, here we go again. Why? Because they know you pussy. And they know that they about to have beef with Chicago because of you. Because you're doing too much on the camera when all you got to do is just rap. All you had to do was just rap, bro. You didn't have to do all of that. Now, when this nigga talking, ain't nobody moving.
We doing nuts, nah, man.
See that?
I ain't trying to be a biggie, I ain't trying to be a pot. I'm doing me.
Look.
Yeah.
Look at that. You don't see ain't nobody moving out that camera. Niggas is on go with they nigga. And so, nigga, everybody knew you was a clown. That's why they smiling at you. They knew you were a clown, bro. They knew you were a clown. Now let's keep it moving.
Fucking Treyway, nigga.
Now look.
Jersey now, nigga. Jersey ain't
now look at bro. They laughing, but they have no choice. They have no choice but to ride with you because you feeding the wolves, bro. They have no choice but to ride with you because you feeding the wolves. Let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it real.
City, but my brothers is there. You heard me? You know what I'm saying? New York.
Niggas ain't even looking in the camera. Niggas not even engaged with this nigga.
Man, this fucking Treyway, man.
Cut it out, bro.
The new death row.
Cut it out.
Treyway.
You see Shotty body language when he got up? They wasn't feeling that. So here's the thing. Nigga, not only did you start that beef, bro, you put a hit on the nigga live on the phone. We heard it. I'm going to skip to the end of the video. Watch this. Watch that. Yeah. Now he on the phone. He's on the phone arguing with niggas from Chicago over some shit we all just seen him start. The Treyway niggas did not start beef with Chicago, dog. Let's just say that. They both had a parasitic relationship with each other. Yes. Now one of them should have been fucking with each other. But let's just be real. You started beef with Chicago. These niggas handled the beef. Not only did you start beef with Chicago, you're on the phone putting hits on niggas. Watch this.
Where you at? You gonna be in your crib or you gonna be in Sosa Hotel? Huh? You gonna be in your crib or you gonna be in Sosa Hotel? Awesome. Where you gonna be at?
You hear that? He asking the nigga where he gonna be at. Now watch this.
I got 30 pack on him right now.
You heard what he said? I got a 30 pack on him right now. Let me run it back. Listen.
I got 30 pack on him right now, bro. 30 pack.
You heard that? Swear to God. You heard it? I swear to God. So the nigga started the beef, and then you put the money on the heads of the niggas you was beefing with. And the wolves did what wolves do. That's what wolves do. I don't want to hear nobody talking about, oh, you know they shouldn't have. Man, listen, let me tell y'all something, dog. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all rainbow head motherfuckers something real quick. Alright? And I'm not talking to everybody, dog. If you not in the streets or you never been in the streets, sit this one out. This is not for fans to be jumping in. This is not for random ass white people, no disrespect, to be giving their 2 cents. This is for the streets, dog. This is for the niggas that's in the streets. Huh? Nigga, you started the beef. You put the money on these niggas' heads. And your niggas did what they do. Now, you might say, Pharaoh, why is that important? This whole time, they've been fucking this nigga girl. This whole time, they've been sunning this nigga. When the camera goes off, they've been sunning this nigga. You knew that, Tekashi. So if these niggas fucking your girl was really that painful to you, you would have put money on their head. See, if you was really a gangster, like we all supposedly thought you was, you would have caught a body. But you was pussy. And so to get rid of these niggas, you had these niggas handle your beef that you started. You had these niggas do your dirty work that you started, and then you got them niggas wrapped up by the feds. That's what you did. If not, that's why we can't respect it, nigga. And then now you trying to get on the internet and act like, oh, who was I supposed to be loyal to? I don't give a fuck what them niggas did. I don't give a fuck if they was trying to kill you, whatever. You should have lived that shit out that you was rapping about. If not, you shouldn't have been rapping about it. So you lied and you faked your public image for clout. And when shit got real, you told on everybody for some shit You put them in. New York did not have beef with Chicago. New York did not have beef with LA. I love LA. I love them. I love Chicago. I love street niggas everywhere. I love Florida. I love Houston. I love street niggas. We don't just be beefing with each other for no reason. You started it. And then you told on everybody. Nigga. And the only reason they let you out is because you're Mexican. You're not black. And they hoping that somebody else try to get at you and they can lock their ass up too. 6ix9ine is going to be getting niggas locked the fuck up. If you hang around a nigga, you're going to jail. We seen that. If you try to bust your gun at this nigga, you're going to jail. So what I'm going to tell everybody is this. Leave that nigga alone. Act like that nigga don't exist. And y'all have to take this L. If you still in the streets, you got to take this L. And the reason I'm a tell you that is because you shouldn't have been fucking with this nigga anyway. I'm not trying to talk down on Treyway or none of y'all. But y'all know damn well you should have never been fucking with this nigga. You know that. You know that. You know that. Man, you know that. So my thing is, dog, how the fuck is y'all niggas? You a snitch too. When I went to jail, and this nigga comments, talk about, yeah, we feel you. We feel you. What you mean? Let me let me give some examples, right? Because I had to make notes to make sure I don't miss a beat. Let me make sure I ain't miss a beat. Oh yeah, I ain't miss a beat. I'm on point. I got one more thing to say. Let me give y'all an example before I go. Niggas talking about, oh, if somebody was fucking your girl, you a snitch too. When I went to jail, a nigga that I had A1 action with, a nigga from that side, got my girl pregnant, nigga. Anybody that listens to my raps, you know that. I said that. I didn't tell on him. My enemy got my wifey at the time pregnant. I never told. What are you talking about? You told because niggas fucked your girl. Go get another slut. The same way you got that one. My nigga, let's go to example number 2. Niggas talking about, oh, I snitched because niggas tried to kill me. Nigga, I got a bullet hole. Where the fuck is my bullet hole at? Where that shit at? You see this? You see this right here? I got a bullet hole in my chest. I got a bullet in my motherfucking back to this day. A nigga shot me, dog. In homicide. Asked me while I'm laying on the damn hospital bed about to damn near die. Homicide is asking me, who shot you? Was this at the party? You know what I told homicide? I don't know. Because I still don't know. But you know what I told homicide? I don't know. I don't know. So what you mean these niggas tried to kill you and you snitched? I told homicide I don't know who tried to kill me. And I literally still got the bullet in me now. So y'all niggas is in the comments talking about, you feel this nigga. What do you feel? If you live in that life, dog, play by the rules. Now listen, if you are a law-abiding citizen and you are not a gangbanger, you have every right to call 911 and utilize law enforcement. I'm not telling nobody not to call 911. But if you are portraying a certain image and you are portraying a lifestyle, nigga, you know it's different rules, my nigga. What you talking about these niggas tried to kill you? Nigga, I got a bullet in me right now to this day. I'm 26. Got shot when I was 17. Going on 10 years since I almost lost my life as a young man. Never told on a nigga that shot me. Nigga, homicide, the bitch, it was a detective, female. Bitch asked me, who shot you? I said, I don't know. And she going through the joint, the pictures. Was he at the party? Was these niggas at the party? I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember what happened. That's what I told the bitch. You know what the bitch told me? Oh, you want to play like you're one of those tough guys? That's why you're going to be in a body bag before the night is out. That's what the homicide detective told me. I'm going to die because I won't help her do her job. But at that time, I was respecting the code that I was living by. So every excuse that this nigga gave, y'all acting like niggas don't go through this shit every day in the streets. Niggas get shot every day. Niggas get almost killed every day. Niggas, girls get fucked by other niggas every day. So now it's okay to tell if you're gangbanging. I'm not gangbanging. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I got my mind right, and I'm trying to get my people out them streets. And I'm trying to live positive and lead by a different example. So I'm not promoting that life. But what I'm saying is, nigga, ain't nothing happened to this nigga that didn't even happen to me. 6ix9ine never been shot. Huh? Niggas fucked your girl, they didn't get her pregnant. Nigga, I got done dirtier than you. Nigga, he talking about niggas stole from me. Nigga, all my jewelry was gone when I got out of jail. All I had left is my watch. 30,000 missing. Hammer, all kind of shit missing. And I never told on nobody. I just did 3.5 years for a gun that's not mine. Huh? Another nigga, he darted. That's not my gun. The police just wrote the report up as if I was the only nigga on the scene. And I didn't even tell them that who the nigga was. They charged me with the gun because they asked me, who is the other nigga that took off running? I said, man, I don't wear no badge. That's not my job. They said, okay, asshole. You want to be an asshole? This is your gun. And I did 3.5 years for a nigga gun that's not mine. I don't get off parole. I've been on parole for 5 fucking years. 3.5 years upstate. 5 years on parole. That's 8.5 years in the system for a gun that's not mine. Because the police lied. And I never told on nobody. And y'all niggas to see the play Capo? Niggas was fucking your girl the whole time. But you also knew you was too pussy to do something about. Huh? Because you wasn't, you would have bust niggas right on that. It wouldn't even got to niggas stealing your money. It wouldn't even got to trying to kidnap you and kill you. Because as soon as you would have found out a nigga was knocking your baby mouth down, you would have bust one of them niggas. But you was pussy, Daniel. You was pussy. And so what you did was you started a lot of beef and you put these niggas in these criminal situations. And then you told on the niggas that you put in them situations. And you don't want to take responsibility for your actions. Yeah, they did a lot of whole shit. I agree. They did a lot of shit to you that real niggas don't do. I agree. They shouldn't have been fucking your baby mom. They shouldn't have been stealing money. But what about what you was doing too? That's all I'm saying. This is a situation where it's 2 wrongs. It's not no 1 wrong. It's 2 wrongs, dog. It's 2 wrongs. Nigga, you're wrong. You started beef all throughout the country. And then you had your niggas handle the beef. And then you told on your niggas, dog. And then you gonna sit here and say, oh, I told because fuck the street code and blah, 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 loyalty. Nigga, they been fucking your girl forever. So if it was that serious, you wouldn't even been going on tour with these niggas. You wouldn't have been fucking with these niggas. You would have left them niggas alone. You set these niggas up because you was mad that they was fucking your bitch and extorting you. Let's keep it real, dog. I've been upstate. I know how the homies give it up. Let's not play this game. Nigga, I've been upstate with the Hat Boys and the Shine Boys. Yes, nigga. I done spent the yard with them niggas. I done been in the streets. I know niggas. They will extort the fuck out of you. I ain't never been extorted, but it happens. Every hood, let's be honest before I end this. Every hood, everywhere, got that one nigga that's not really about that life, but niggas keep him around because he's beneficial. That's just every hood. Nigga, you can go to any hood anywhere in the country. Nigga, we can close our eyes and pick a city out of a raffle. And we can go find any niggas that's gangbanging and ask them niggas, where's the nigga at that don't put in no work, but you keep him around because he the nigga that's benefiting the team. It's always one nigga like that. And in this case, that one nigga was Tekashi 6IX9INE. It's always a nigga that's around who got money, but he don't hustle. But we hustling, so nigga, you gonna help us hustle. I'm just being hypothetical. It's always a nigga that's around that he ain't gonna bust his gun, but he might got to connect to the niggas that got the hammers. It's always a nigga that's around that he might not have grinded for his shit, but he got the nice car. So when niggas go to the club, they gonna jump in his shit. It's always a nigga like that hang with the street niggas, but he's not a street nigga. But he hangs with the street niggas because it gives him street cred, and the street niggas hang with him because it gives them financial aid. That's just facts, man. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. I done seen this shit 1,000 times. We all done seen this 1,000 times. And that particular nigga, in this case, was 6IX9INE. 6IX9INE, you was the ATM, bro. Just like this comment just said. Let me put it up. You was the comment. You was the ATM. Hold up. Let me find that comment. You was the ATM, bro. Let's keep it real. And you got drunk with your power, bro. If 6IX9INE, I'm gonna end on this. If 6IX9INE would have just kept making gangster music and said, I'm not gonna beef with niggas, he'd be good. Everybody would still be free. But 6IX9INE exercised power that he did not normally and naturally have. Why? Because you put these niggas in a position where you could get rid of these niggas. Because you was mad that they was fucking your girl behind the scenes and that they was sunning you, bro. Let's just keep it real. They was treating you like a little nigga because you are a little nigga in the streets. I'm not nigga in college. You might be the best nigga in the class. And I'm going to say this. Remember that verse when Jadakiss said, yeah, you sold more records than me, but in the streets you gonna always be second to me. We was damn near feeling you, even though your career is based off somebody damn near killing you. And he said at the 50, I fuck with Fifth, so that's not a shot at Fifth. I'm just bringing that verse up to let you know 6IX9INE is the nigga that fits the description of that verse. Yeah, you sold more records than me, but in the streets you gonna always be second to me. That's because you're not a street nigga, 6IX9INE. You're not. You're not, bro. You used real niggas to brand your image. And then you used the FBI to get rid of them niggas. Huh? And you know that ain't nobody else really gonna fuck with you because we know that, not we, because I'm not checking for you, but you know other niggas not gonna fuck with you because they know you a known rat. You too high profile of a nigga to kill. Let's just be honest. You cannot go to Chicago and get killed and the whole Chicago don't go to jail. You're too high profile of a snitch. So, nigga, you killed 2 birds with 1 stone, bro. Just be honest. You used the Treyway niggas to build your credibility and to gain riches and fame as a king of New York, big homie gangbanging blood, which you were not. They allowed you to do that just like gangs always do. They allow niggas to pay for membership that niggas did not earn. Everybody else got to shoot the 60s and shoot the 40s and shoot the 20s. Everybody else got to put in work. But some of y'all rap niggas, you know y'all get to skip the chain of command that everybody else got to go through, and then you just get a big homie some bread, and now, nigga, you get the floor. Now you get a couple drops. Now you get the rim. Yeah, don't ask me how I know the lingo, nigga. Just know I know the lingo. And so that being said, nigga, you skipped the whole chain of command. And that's where they fucked up at, by letting you skip the chain of command. But in doing so, nigga, you still fucked the pack up. Huh? Nigga, you got the status. You got the shooters around you. All you had to do was just rap. You decided to start beef nationally. You decided to troll motherfuckers and make shit get real. And you didn't really know that shit get really real like that because you're not a real nigga. And the niggas around you is the niggas that gotta fight these niggas off you because you're not only the cash cow, but niggas, since they vouch for you, nigga, they got a image to uphold. So if they say ain't nobody gonna touch you, now they street credibility is in jeopardy if they let somebody touch you. So nigga, you use these niggas to earn street credibility that you didn't have. And then you threw them niggas under the bus after they gunned it out for you. Niggas was willing to kill for you. I don't give a fuck about you talking about a nigga fucking your bitch. Niggas was willing for the kill for you. Yes, a couple of them niggas tried to kill you. That's another story. And they grind me for that. That wasn't right. But what I'm saying is, bro, take your responsibility for what you did, bro. Take your responsibility for what you did, my nigga. Yes, them niggas did some fuck nigga shit. We know that. I said that shit a year ago. I don't know why they hanging with this nigga. I don't know why they doing that. They know he not for real. They know nigga ain't gonna hold a cup of water. See that? See that? I don't know why they doing it. And motherfucking, whatchamacallit? You know, they played themselves. But that's what they did. Let's talk about what you did, my nigga. We just watched you put 30 bands on a nigga head, bro. So you gonna tell on your shooter? You gonna tell on the shooter? Nigga, we just watched you put 30 bands on a nigga head. Let's not talk about how when them niggas came to New York and y'all niggas, whatchamacallit, shot the motherfucking hotel up. Let's not talk about that. Huh? So these niggas was busting their gun for you, bro. And you told on them. And you started it. See, so I'm going to end on this. This is what I want people to have in their mind. 6ix9ine is painting the picture as if he was this already successful young man and he tried to do some black gangbangers a favor by taking these black gangbangers out of poverty and introducing them into a legitimate, successful lifestyle within the entertainment business. And then, you know, they bit the hand that fed them and they start trying to rob them and kidnap them and do all of this grimy shit that he had no idea they were doing until he got arrested for some shit that he had no idea why he got arrested. And it took for the FBI to tell him, hey, they're having sex with your girl. They're trying to kill you. Wop-de-wop. And then he told, because he was surprised, that they did him dirty. That's not how it happened, bro. That's how we're trying to paint the picture. And I see a lot of y'all handing this nigga a brush. No, that's not how it happened. Tell the truth. You was broke. They was broke. You made a song that went viral. Nigga, they gave you the street image that you wanted. And in return, you gave them the money and the fame and the females that they wanted. And y'all had a parasite relationship. You got drunk with power and you started all of this unnecessary beef and the niggas around you handled your beef. And then when the FBI came, you told on the niggas that was around you for handling the beef that you started. And now you're only not in jail because you're fucking Mexican and you look white. If you were black and you were me, nigga, you would still be in jail during that time. Facts. And so with that being said, nigga, you got out of jail and now you're trying to save your public image by giving us a fake-ass excuse of why you did some shit that you shouldn't have did, which was start beef that you shouldn't have started, put niggas in positions that you shouldn't have put them in, and told on these niggas for shit that was unnecessary because all you had to do was keep rapping. That's all you had to do. So here's my thing. You got a lot of white people that's not thugging, never been thugging in their life. You got a lot of lames that follow you, a lot of kids, a lot of motherfuckers overseas that don't know what it's like in them trenches, that don't know what it's like to be in them trenches, don't know what it's like to be hungry, don't know what it's like to only have $5 to your name, and nigga, you gotta split that with your nigga. 250. Nigga, I know what that's like. Nigga, I didn't always have money. I know what it's like to go to the corner store and split $5 with my nigga, and we both get guzzlers in a hot pocket. I know what that's like. So you got a lot of motherfuckers commenting that don't know what that's like. And they approving of this nigga behavior for a code that they never lived by. I've been shot and almost killed and didn't snitch. I went to jail for a gun that wasn't mine and didn't snitch. A nigga got my girl pregnant and he was from the hood and I didn't tell on him. Huh? The pain didn't make me say, ooh, nigga, you fucking about that, I'm about to tell him that. No. So you got motherfuckers that don't have a street background. now with street principles. Huh? That's what I got a problem with. That's what I got a problem with. So let the streets, like I said, I'm not in the streets, so I can't even do it. But let the streets dictate if they agree with 6ix9ine. And we not just talking about the streets, because apparently a lot of y'all niggas is out here moving foul, and y'all niggas is doing anything for $1. So we not even talking about the streets. Let real niggas in the streets. Real niggas that live off code. Huh? Real niggas that move off principle and morality. Let them type of niggas decide if what 6ix9ine did was valid or invalid. My nigga, because in my eyes, what you did is even worse than what snitches do. You put these niggas in positions and then you told on the niggas. That's even worse. I can see if you was just around these niggas and you wasn't doing shit and you got wrapped up with these niggas and they wasn't acting right. And I'm not saying that's cool, but I can see if you was around these niggas and you just got wrapped up in some shit they was doing that you honestly, genuinely had nothing to do with. Then I would say, okay, I don't support snitching, but hey, these niggas, you know, they was wilding, they fucked the bag up, and that nigga wasn't never built like that. He told, we all knew he would tell anyway. But that's not what happened. What happened was, you was acting like you was built like that. You was acting like you is built like that. You put money on niggas' head to get niggas murked. You got niggas shooting for you. And then when the FBI come and do their job, which is to minimize crime, you told on all of the crime that you started. 100% of the crime was committed because of 6ix9ine. That's it. Listen, if you take away these niggas fucking his girl and these niggas trying to rob him, if you take that away, everything these niggas did was because of him. Name one thing these niggas did that was not because of 6ix9ine. Period. And I want to say this, man. Y'all niggas get off 50 dick. Stop saying 50 told on somebody. Y'all niggas always trying to slander a real nigga name, dog. I don't know the man. I ain't grow up with the man, but I know he never told on nobody. Stop saying that. That's all y'all niggas do is, nigga, shut up. Half you niggas gonna tell on somebody. Let's be real. Nigga, the FBI come to half you niggas' houses right now. You gonna piss on yourself before they put you in the paddy wagon, nigga. And everybody in your house going to jail. The nigga up the street that sell nickel bags and been struggling to get past a pound for 2 months, that nigga even going to jail. You gonna tell on that nigga. So y'all niggas stop slandering niggas' names, dog. I hate y'all bitch ass niggas doing that. But with that being said, dog, here's my thing, dog. The nigga don't gotta respond. I don't give a fuck about that nigga. We in two different lanes. But my thing is this. Bro, don't get on the internet and ever think that we gonna let you normalize slut behavior. Niggas been snitching for years. Snitching ain't nothing new. It's the way you did it, bro. You put these niggas in positions to where they gotta not only save your life, they gotta save their own life. See, this is what y'all niggas is not understanding, bro. These niggas don't got money for security like 6ix9ine. These niggas ain't living where 6ix9ine live. These niggas is going back to the ghetto. After this video ends, let me show y'all something. When this video is over, these niggas going back to the ghetto. You don't see these niggas with no chains and no watches on. You see this nigga with the jury on. You don't see these niggas with the jury on. Huh? So when he's saying fuck Chief Keef and fuck Chicago, Shorty gotta watch her back. Huh? These niggas gotta watch they back. Nigga, these niggas gotta stay gripped up. Huh? Because they really can get caught out here. Huh? These niggas can't afford the security you can afford. So you put these niggas in a position to where they gotta keep the hammer on them. They gotta bust the hammer. They gotta do illegal shit. Because you won't stop running your motherfucking mouth on the internet because you became drunk with power. Let's just be honest. And then you told on these niggas. You told on these niggas. Yeah, they fucked your girl. They been fucking your girl because you been a lame. That's not nothing new. I'm not saying that that's okay. But nigga, don't act like you just found that out when you was in the cell. They was fucking at the time that you made that video with them niggas standing next to you. You knew they was fucking your girl. So nigga, stop playing, bro. They was using you and you was using them. And then in the end, you didn't uphold your end of the bargain which was being that real nigga you said you was. That's facts. And now you want to come up on the internet talking about, oh, you know, if it is a street code and and yeah, this is why I snitch. Like, nah, nigga, we don't want to hear it. Who the fuck you think you lying to? Listen to this shit. Let me play the rest of it. Listen.
You wasn't loyal to me, whether. But y'all understand. Let's just y'all understand.
We don't understand.
I know you understand. Y'all don't want to understand. All right, let me tell you. Before I got locked up, right? Before I got locked up, fuck that rainbow hair nigga. Fuck Tekashi Snap. Fuck him. Fuck that rainbow.
You see that? He not even addressing the shit. He's talking about what people were saying. We don't care what people were saying, nigga. People say fuck shit all the time, man. We don't care. We talking about what you did, nigga. You put money on niggas' heads. You sent shooters, and you told on your shooters. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Y'all all grimy. That's what I want y'all to take from this. Y'all, all them niggas is grimy. The Treyway niggas was grimy for trying to export that nigga and trying to use that nigga that they didn't really respect, and they fucked it, and they paying for that, as you can see, for allowing a fake nigga to be around some niggas that's really hard like that and trying to extort a bitch nigga. But 6ix9ine is just as wrong because you chose to hang with niggas that you really not like, and you chose to get into beef that you really not with, and that you really not, and situation that you really not about, and nigga, you told. Nigga, they upheld their end of the bargain. What was they bargain? They end of the bargain was, we some grimy ass street niggas, and we gonna fuck these females and bust our gun. That's what they was about since day one. Them niggas wasn't about no better and no disrespect. Like I say, I'm just being honest. Them niggas wasn't about no revolution. Them niggas wasn't about no education. Them niggas wasn't about no cleaning up the community and doing shit for the kids. They wasn't about none of that. Them niggas was about busting their gun and fucking these females. That's what they was about. You knew that. And that's what they did. But you said you was about niggas busting their gun and you fucking niggas females, just like you said you was doing in your raps too. And you said you was the king in New York. So the king snitched on his grimy ass castle, bro. Let's be honest. You built your castle off the backs of the kingdom. And then you snitched on the kingdom so you could keep the castle to yourself. Let's be honest. That's what you did. That's what you did. That's what you did. That's what you... Let me repeat that again. You built your kingdom... you built your castle off the backs of the niggas that really get it in the kingdom. Whether they was morally sufficient or virtuously sufficient, I question that for sure. But one thing I do know is they put in that work. Nigga, you built your kingdom off the backs. You built your castle off the back of the kingdom, and then you snitched on the kingdom so you could keep the castle to yourself. And now all of these niggas that got you where you at, all of these niggas that helped build your brand, they'll never see the light of day again. And why? Because they're black. And you, a Mexican, white-looking boy, can run around now. You still got the jury. Huh? You still got, man, let me show y'all how this shit pissed me off so much. Hold on, wait a minute. Watch this, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Look how that nigga come on, though. Look how that nigga come on. I gotta mute it so I don't get copyright. Look at this nigga swinging handcuffs, dancing. Everything you got because these niggas helped build your brand, bro. And you did not put these niggas in healthy positions. I didn't see 6ix9ine say, listen, man, I'm a legitimately, hire y'all niggas as security. So y'all can get y'all gun licenses and be legit. I didn't see 6ix9ine. He talking about all the money he spent on his jury. I didn't see 6ix9ine tell these niggas, listen, instead of a $4 million watch, I'ma give all y'all niggas $4 million and y'all all start a business and hire each other, become legit. Cause that's what I would have did. If I got enough money to blow $4 million on one watch, all of my niggas is gonna have an opportunity to make it out the hood. That don't mean they gonna do it. If they take that $4 million and go buy some choppers and some cocaine, that's on y'all niggas. But don't say I didn't try to help you get out of that life. So 6ix9ine, you didn't try to put these niggas on, bro. You didn't try that at all. You used these niggas for false street cred that you never would have had, and you use these niggas to protect and build your brand. And everything you got now is because of the energy that you got from them niggas who just so happen to be black. And then you snitched on all these niggas. You told on all these niggas. You got these niggas the fuck out of here for some shit you been knew that they was doing. And now you on the internet trying to make excuses about why you did some whole shit. Nigga, if you wasn't a whole nigga, you would have never came on here swinging handcuffs. What's funny about that? That you put money on the nigga head, then told on your shooter? And you got niggas in the comment. Man, y'all need to screenshot everybody in this nigga comments and cancel their ass. Every nigga in the comment with a check by their name need to be canceled. I don't know who the fuck these niggas is. I don't follow these celebrity niggas like that. I still listen to D-Block. I still listen to old school niggas that go hard. Nigga, I still listen to 50, old 50, nigga. The shit you can't play in front of your mouth. I still listen. I don't know what these new niggas be doing. But whoever these niggas is, all that shit y'all be on, y'all need to cancel all them niggas, dog. Y'all need to cancel all them niggas. Dog, everybody was wrong. I'm not saying that them niggas wasn't wrong, but why y'all acting like y'all don't see that this nigga is wrong? That's just facts, bro. That's just facts, bro. I wasn't raised like that. I'm gonna tell you right now, I wasn't raised like that, bro. I'm from, nigga, I've been upstate, nigga. Niggas get ripped. Niggas get ripped like Beyblade. I just see niggas get ripped and hold it down. Huh? What? Nigga, what? Listen. And let me listen. Listen. I don't even know if I want to show this shit. I did a song called Made It Out the Streets. Go watch the song. It ain't the best mix song. It ain't the best quality song. But, nigga, listen to the bars. What? I did a bid in Wyoming. They cut your face, hold it down. Nigga, that's happening, bro. Niggas get cut every day upstate. They not snitching. So what if a nigga say, oh, he cut me, that's why I told on him. So if a nigga hurt your feelings, it's okay to snitch? Just let me know. Just let me know if that's how y'all move. That's why I don't fuck with y'all niggas. I don't fuck with y'all new age, new era, bro. I wasn't raised like that, bro. I didn't grow up around young niggas. That's why I don't act like a young nigga. I act like a man. I grew up around older niggas. Straight up. When I was young, I wasn't with old young niggas. I was with grown-ass men. I was with niggas that was 30, 35. Nigga, I'm 16, 17. Nigga, they not moving like, I don't know who raised y'all niggas. I don't know where y'all niggas get y'all principles from, where y'all niggas get y'all morals from. Nigga, I'm not telling on nobody, bro. I play outside your house before I play with you in the court. That's just how I was bred. That's how I was raised. We don't move like that. If you're living that life. Right now, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm going to tell you that I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't commit crime. I don't gangbang. I don't do none of that. I use my platform to educate black people and try to talk them out of that lifestyle. That's what I do. Okay? So you break in my house and my girl called 911 on you, nigga, expect to go to jail. This is not a game. It's a kid